Alright, welcome back to our recap of Rolex, or our preview for Rolex. We're trying to run through all the riders and give you guys a shout out and tell you our thoughts on everything here. Alright, we got Daniela Moguel from Mexico. I can't pronounce the last name. I don't know why. CECELIA.
Yeah, good.
I'm a little surprised to see her go queuing up for the 4-star. But I will say I watched the horse in Mexico when I was coaching down there a couple of years ago. She's a good rider over fences and is a very good jumper. So she's coached by Karen and so she's well coached. And I don't think that Karen would advise her to do something that seemed foolish, but it will be a lot of work, I think, for this. It'll be a long day. I don't think that she's not capable of it, because it's not that. It's just that I think she's a little new to the level to maybe take this jump right now. But I mean, we'll see. It's certainly not unheard of, and well prepared. Often will get the good result. So
I have no idea.
You have no idea. You're a lot of help.
I have a lot of help. Bring the teddy bear back.
All right. Well then, 67 is Blyth Tait. And obviously, as usual, the Europeans typically don't put them on an airplane unless they think they can compete here. Blyth has won here before. He's won medals at the Olympics, World Championships. He took a retirement, he came back in. Since he's come back in, and I guess he hasn't had the same build-up and success he was having before he retired. But he's an incredible rider, and he's well mounted. So you certainly wouldn't put him out as a good shot at the top 10 on it.
No, and I was thinking, watching him the other day. I was watching a video, and he struggled. Let's face it. Like when he came back, where his fellow countryman Mark Todd didn't. He came out, won badminton right away, went back to the Olympics. But Mark Todd's Mark Todd. He's Blyth, was unbelievable in his prime. Yeah. But what I think is really cool about what's going on with Blyth is he's actually going really good now.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a struggle at the beginning, and you almost thought, I wonder if he's going to keep trying. Yeah. But he didn't get to be great by sitting down and giving up, and he certainly hasn't given up. And I actually think that he's got a really good chance at the Olympic team, and he seems to be going like this. And
at the right time.
It's very impressive, because what he did is not easy. And, because Mark Todd could do it, doesn't mean it's for everybody. But the way Blyth is done is really cool, and I have a ton of respect for that. And,
I do too.
That's awesome. And the next one, 68, Hannah Burnett, Harbour Pilot.
I mean, fantastic horse, fantastic rider. I think Jackie Mars, who owns and bred this horse, I think she owns more horses in this Rolex than, or part owner at least, and more horses than any other owner here. So she should have a good weekend, Jackie. And Hannah Sue is, I think she struggled a little bit with her confidence in the middle of this spring, but this is the horse that's going to put her back on top and feel the way that she should feel, because she is absolutely one of the best riders in this country.
She's a great girl, and I think this horse had a career-changing moment when again she started getting help with Silvio, and it was quite honestly a bad jumper, and it looks fantastic now.
Yeah.
It's a completely different deal. Hannah has a great relationship with this horse. It looked like all the business at Burley going around there.
Yeah.
It made it look like a 20-foot track. Did get hurt. It's had nearly 2 years off. It's come back. It's gone very well this spring, this could be a real chance for Hannah.
I agree.
She's very excited, and she's worked hard with this horse, and they have a great relationship. Could be good.
Yep. We got Liz Halliday-Sharp again on HHS COOLEY. I think that this one is maybe not as talented as the other one, but it just a little more consistent, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is also a very, very nice horse. It's mightn't have quite the flash of the other one, but it's real steady Eddie. It just goes straight on down the lines. It's a good show jumper. It's good on the flat. Liz is very good on the flat herself. He pulls hard, quite hard, I think. But he looks to be a very, very good jumper and very honest horse, and and a good show jumper as well. So, I think it just takes time to build up where you're sort of consistently in the top 10 at these 4 stars, and I think maybe one day it will happen for her, but I'm not sure.
She's certainly, she's as well mounted as anybody out there for sure. She's got such nice horses. We got Kim Severson and FERNHILL Fearless, who Kim obviously is an incredible rider, has won this event 5 times. This horse is a very nice horse, does a great job with it. She had a little bit of trouble when with the horse at some point in the career in the last year or so. I can't remember where. But she's got it back on track, I think, and it'd be fun to watch her jump around. I don't think it's the winner, but it wouldn't surprise me to see her in the top 5 on it.
Yeah, I mean, Kim obviously can ride a dressage test like nobody. And it's kind of all or nothing on the cross country. I mean, it's very fast. She only has one way she can go, and it's flat out because she can't slow it down. And it jumps great, and Kim is fearless.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing the horse is named that, because Kim rides great, and she, under pressure, she's amazing.
Yeah,
you think, like at the little events, you feel like she doesn't want to go. But at the big events, and she's always one to pay attention to.
Yep. Next on the list is 71, Lisa Berry and F.I.S. Prince Charming. Look, I've watched this horse for years. She's a very good jumper. And Lisa, I'd put her a little bit where the same, same as some of them. A very good rider, technically really good, and then struggled when things didn't go well to be able to make things happen. But watching her this spring, I think she's actually really got this moment in time together where I think she could have a very good performance on it. It wouldn't be the biggest striding horse, it wouldn't be the biggest jumping horse, but they are in agreement, and it is good over the poles. So I think Lisa, the biggest thing with her is just going to be her mentally allowing herself to let the horse do what it should do, and let herself do what she should do, because I don't think she's actually lacking the talent now or the preparation. So
yeah, I mean, it's an awesome jumper, and I think everybody's in that spot. Is the mental side of it really separates the men from the boys at this level. Yeah. It's look, everybody can ride. You didn't get here because you don't know what you're doing, but then now you're at the major leagues, and the mental game is what separates everybody.
Well, and I think sometimes the Europeans come with a little different, a little better background with it. The New Zealanders, the Australians, where they're not so schooled to being perfect that they are comfortable riding through whatever is going on. They're more involved in the moment. Whereas in America, a lot of times it's, it didn't go well. I need to put my heel down more, and I need to be more this or more. And sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's about saying, I need to inspire this horse, or I need to tone this horse down. And when you watch the very top riders around the world, there's not one style. What it is how that horse responds to it. And I think there's where Lisa's technically got all the skills. Now she needs to just kind of say, I don't need to be any bloody better. I've got this, and put it together.
And I think what you're saying at this level is being proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah.
You don't, if you're reacting, you're late.
Yeah.
You've got to be on top of it, and she's been around before, so it's a cool horse.
All right, Sinead Halpin.
MANOIR to CARNEVILLE.
Yeah, obviously Sinead's got a lot of success. She's had a little bit of a struggle this spring. It's not gone as well as I think as everybody would assume, because the horse had such an impeccable record going up to the World Championships. Had a run out there, and then just I saw it at a stalking show jumping at Wellington, and had another penalty somewhere else, I think, and then she sort of had to back down a bit. Seems to have found her traction again, and I would never bet against this horse because it's such a good horse, and Sinead does a very good job with it. But the horse, when it's on form, it's as good as anything out there in the world.
Yeah, it hasn't seemed to have found that dressage form that it had when it was second up early. I know she was getting a lot of help from Bettina back then, and Bettina is very, very good in dressage, obviously. But I think what she's even better at is getting you into the ring. I mean, she helped me a lot with Reggie when I was over there, and she's good at that part. And but yeah, she went the wrong way at the fork in the show jumping, and just little things that for me, don't really bother me, actually. I think it'd be fine. And, you know, it's definitely a top 5 horse.
Yeah. All right. Alexandra Knowles, sound prospect.
Allie's going is good. She's going way better than she's ever gone before. The horse is going awesome. You know, it can do 3 really good phases. And I think Allie's now gone to Kentucky enough and made enough mistakes that, you know, and this is a better horse than she had before. She made a mistake last year, and but I don't think she's going to make that mistake. She's riding at a different level this year than I've ever seen her, and you know, she, like for instance with the fork last week, the ground was so hard, and you know, in years past she would have had to go but I think she is ready. The horse, we jumped this morning, and the horse is going great. The kid's riding great, and this on the right weekend could be in the top 5.
Yeah, and watching her this spring, I think mentally she seems in a little different place than she's been before. Before, not to say she wasn't good, but she almost looked like she was desperately competing, and now it looks like she's like, I've got this a bit more, and that's always a good moment to see happen. 75, Barbara Crabo, and EVEREADY. Now EVEREADY's a little bit older now, isn't he? He's old. Maybe it is. He might not be as old as Parker, but
relative.
Poor Parker. But you know, I think the thing from watching her run around before is it's all about how great it is to be at Rolex, and you know, nobody's going to probably enjoy it more than she is. You know, we're not expecting that we're going to see her in the top 15, but I'm going to see someone there for the joy of the sport, and that's pretty cool, you know.
And she loves her horse.
Yeah.
The horse jumps awesome. Barb rides fantastic, way better than probably people on the East Coast really know, because they don't get to see her all that often. Yeah. Great lady, great horse, and even better combination.
Just watching them go, there's like an aura of joy about them. I love seeing that. I mean, it doesn't take anything away to say, oh, they're not going to be in the top 10 or top 15 when you get to see that partnership, because there is something to this that is far more important sometimes than pushing for that win.
Yep.
We got Bobby Meyerhoff next, number 76.
DUNLAVIN'S token.
Yeah, Bobby, I think actually this year is looking really like he's working towards it. He's lost a lot of weight to get ready for the show. He's taking it really seriously. I think that what's happened is his going last year, right? I think he realized that this is something that he can do. I think he's really kind of gone and taken it seriously. He moved back to the East Coast. Not that that means that it's good or bad, but he's moved back out here. And having known Bobby for a really long time, I just see a lot more serious individual on top of the horses now. And it's not like he lacked riding talent before. I think his focus is better. The horse, I like it. It's a good jumper. He went to Wellington, having jumped it like hardly at all. I think it was at Wellington. And didn't have the best show jumping, but it got better as it went further in the ring, and then it's been quite good since then, so be fun to watch.
It's a very cool horse, and yeah, like you said, Bobby has a lot of ability, and you know, hopefully that he's put that polish on to, you know, do what you need to do to get around.
Yeah, I think the thing is sometimes you have to kind of do it. Like I remember the first time I went to Rolex, and when I finished it, I was like, holy crap, I can do this. Like it was, and it wasn't that I wasn't serious before, but then I was like, well, I seriously need to really think about how I can now compete at this level.
Yeah.
Some people have that, and some people have to find it. And I think Bobby sort of has opened up his eyes to the reality that it's actually there for him.
And Bobby, I think, a bit like I am, is a bit laid back, and I remember the first time I went to Kentucky, it was just kind of something we did in the Davidson family, and I made an absolute fool of myself on Sunday, and I remember walking back to the barn being absolutely mortified and doing exactly what you just said, like, because I was at school, I just came, I wasn't even riding, I just went from school to the event, and I was like, you know, I'm never coming back here not prepared, and you know, it was a great lesson for me, and you know, probably gone back not prepared before, but I never really wanted to, but you do make enough mistakes, and you either say, you know, I'm not doing this, or you get better.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you change your track to make this successful. Anyways, let's see you in the next episode.